Hi everyone, this week's top 5 of the week is here, and I have reports touching on subjects such as nutrition, Africa's circular economy, digital trends, the afcfta, and of course the coronavirus pandemic, which doesn't seem to be going anywhere soon. Let's get into it. So first up is a report from the International Telecommunication Union that explores changes in Africa's information and communication technology between 2017 and 2020. This report highlights changes in ICT adoption and regulation, as well as the impact of COVID-19 on digital trends. Pages 48 to 61 looks at regional initiatives for digital transformation in areas such as capacity development, cybersecurity, digital inclusion, digital innovation ecosystems, digital services and applications, emergency, telecommunications, environment, network and digital infrastructure, policy and regulation, and statistics, as well as the opportunities and challenges they present. If, like me, you have been hearing the term circular economy and are still not sure what it means, this insight report by the African Circular Economy Alliance is a good introduction. It identifies opportunities existing in Africa's circular economy under thematic areas such as food systems, packaging, built environment, fashion and textile, and electronics. It also highlights key enablers for transition into a circular economy, such as the development and implementation of policies and regulations, the provision of business support, investments in quality infrastructure, increased access to financing and technology, and greater availability of data and information. Next up is a report by the Ethiopian Public Health Institute and the World Food Programme that assesses the multisectoral decision-making on prevention of malnutrition in Ethiopia. The report highlights the local drivers that determine access to nutritious diets in Ethiopia and notes that although a lot of effort has gone into addressing nutrition needs, stunting still generates a loss of $1.8 billion in the country. The report finds that although 93% of households are able to meet their energy needs, only 26% are able to do so with a nutritious diet. My recommendation number 4 is a report published last month on the impact of COVID-19 on women and girls with disability. This report studies the state of persons with disabilities, particularly related to sexual reproductive health and rights, and gender-based violence under the global pandemic. As to be expected, barriers to sexual reproductive health information, goods and services have increased. Girls and women who need sign language interpreters were no longer allowed to bring interpreters to appointments due to social distancing, and women who face gender-based violence were confined to their homes as tensions brought on from the pandemic increased, leading to increased violence. Power over bodily autonomy has decreased as many services were deemed not urgent during the pandemic. Among the country case studies in the report is one on Malawi that looks at the increased risk of violence and barriers to health services. Finally, at number 5 is a report that analyzes the impact of the afcfta on trade and production in 6 countries which are members of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Africa, which are Côte d'Ivoire, Egypt, Guinea, Mozambique, Tunisia, and Uganda. The report looks at the projected trends based on 2 models. First, full tariff elimination, and second, partial liberalization. Specific emphasis is put on products which are under the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, have the most protection, which are wearing apparel, meat and leather products, vegetables, fruits and nuts, beverages, and tobacco. The report finds that under a full tariff liberalization, Guinea's trade would grow by 137%. And overall, for the 6 countries, trade is expected to increase by 30%. That's it, folks. All the links to all the reports recommended today are in the notes. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. Bye, everyone.